Hello, how are you all? I was about to say happy Thanksgiving. Happy New Year's. I don't know about you. 2023, it wasn't a horrible year. It had highs and it had lows, and I'm very much ready for a new year. I have a feeling that this is going to be quite the year, so all of us should buckle up. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. This is going to be a big year in many ways. Many ways. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about Dave Chappelle because he's causing trouble again. He just released today a new special on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I will be watching it later. It's called The Dreamer, and he's already in trouble from this Netflix special for having, oh my gosh, how dare he, a trans joke. And here's the thing. Whenever he has a special like this and he goes into that realm and makes fun in that area, people are outraged. Why does he keep coming after the people? Dave Chappelle makes fun of everyone. By the way, Dave Chappelle, I disagree with so many of his political takes, but I separate the artist from the art. I don't have to agree with you all the time. I don't even agree with all conservatives and all Republicans all the time. That's the beauty of all of us having our differences of opinions and our own perspectives and our own ideas. So I do think that, in my opinion, many of his political takes are garbage. But I think that he is just one of the most talented comedians, and I respect him for what he does. So I don't have to agree with everything, but he does. He makes fun of everyone. He makes fun of white people. He makes fun of black people. He makes fun of Asians, men, women, trans, gay, straight. He makes fun of everyone. And it was funny because he even addressed this in one of his specials. And he said, I make fun of people out of love. The reason I'm making fun of you is because I love you, because I see myself in you. And that's really what comedy is. It's making fun of everyone and being able to laugh. There is a quote. What's the quote? If you can't laugh at yourself, if you take life too seriously, you won't get out alive. That is so true. You have to have a sense of humor about yourself. Otherwise, it's just, life isn't going to be fun. You cannot control how other people see you. You cannot control what other people think or do or say. You can only control how you react to the world, how you move through the world, and how you treat other people. That's it. So the outrage, not surprising, but it is there with his new special. I'm excited to watch it. But that's actually not what I wanted to talk about. So another story came out with Dave Chappelle last night. He was giving a show in Florida, and he walked out of the show. He just left. He walked out. And what prompted him to walk out of this show is this was a very strict no cell phones show. I believe, I don't know if this one in particular, but a lot of comedy shows do. They actually have you put your cell phone in like a bag that's kind of locked, and when you leave, they'll unlock it for you and get your cell phone back out of the bag. But somehow someone was able to sneak a cell phone in or have it on them. On this particular show as well, not only were they told ahead of time, not only is it on the website, there was an announcement before Dave Chappelle got on stage that no cell phones are allowed. Someone in the audience decided to disregard all of those instructions, and Dave Chappelle saw him recording in the show and walked off the stage and abruptly ended the show. And upon first reaction, you're like, whoa, that is super dramatic. Why didn't the person just get kicked out? Which is protocol. They do say, if you have a cell phone and we see it on you, if it's out and you're filming, we will kick you out of the show. But Dave just ended the show altogether. I actually don't think it's too dramatic, and this is why a lot of comedians like Dave Chappelle have a strict no cell phone policy. And it's interesting that his special came out today, because the reason a lot of them have these no cell phone policies is because a lot of these bigger comedians, they're working out their material for their specials. So Dave Chappelle has a deal with Netflix where he has all these specials come out. So many of the times when they're on the road, when they're doing shows, they're working out that material that they're going to put on that special. So that's why they're really strict. That's their bread and butter. That's their big thing, a lot of these comedy specials. So if you're recording and putting that out early, all of a sudden now you've ruined that special and you've leaked stuff that wasn't supposed to be leaked before. So some of his material in that show last night, could it have been some of the material that is on the special that he just released? I don't know. And also, I want to talk about Dave Chappelle for a second, too, because this is a comedian, whether you are for or against him, or you like him or you don't. He's a pretty decent guy. Most things they do come out of love. I used to live next to the Comedy Store in West Hollywood, just like 2 blocks. My roommate at the time, she knew. So the Comedy Store was very unique. I'm sure you've heard about it. When I lived there, Joe Rogan was a regular. Dave Chappelle would drop in a lot. Sebastian Maniscalco, before he blew up, he was a regular there all the time. All of the big comedians. Theo Von was there a lot. Just anyone and everyone was there all the time. It was a great. Since then, a lot of them have moved away, which makes me really sad. But Dave Chappelle and a lot of other big comedians, sometimes they would pop in at like midnight, 1 a.m., and they would just drop in and do a free set. And whoever just happened to still be in the club at that time, you were able to see that show. And my roommate was a huge comedy fanatic, and somehow she always got intel when people were going to drop in. We've seen Chris Rock for free. He dropped in one night really late. And I've seen Dave Chappelle a few times for free. She's even seen Seinfeld. Did I say his name correctly? Seinfeld? Somehow I can't say his name. I'm dyslexic when it comes to his name. She's even seen him, which I was really jealous. I didn't get to see him. But we used to go and see Dave Chappelle. He was awesome. He would be on stage for about 2 hours. There might be like 10 people in the audience. He would interact with everyone. We would talk back and forth. He's just sitting up there smoking cigarettes, talking off the top of his head. He would buy people drinks. It was just such a really cool thing, and everything that he said was just right off the top of his head, just off the cuff. You could almost see the genius working and see how the jokes are manifesting. And then what's really cool too is sometimes you would see the original joke when it just popped in his head, and maybe if he liked it, he would keep it. You would end up seeing that on a special, which is really cool. So I stand behind Dave Chappelle. That might seem a bit much, but it does get rather annoying when these are supposed to be your fans. You say, hey, these are the rules, these are guidelines, please respect that, and they disrespect it in that manner, especially when it's you putting your art out. That's your hour special that you've probably worked for a year perfecting that material, and then some butthead has to come in and film, so I don't know, he can get some internet clout. I am almost against just people at concerts and shows filming anyway. I guess sometimes it's cool to see the clips going around, but I'm a short person at a I know Dave Chappelle isn't at a concert, you're sitting down. I'm a short person. If there's like 5 people in front of me filming, I can't see anything, and your footage probably isn't going to be that good anyway. Anyway, so that's what's going on with Dave Chappelle. His new special is out on Netflix now. It's already controversial, which is in true Dave Chappelle fashion. He's had quite a controversial year. I believe he actually had some people walking out of one of his shows earlier this year because of some either like pro-Palestinian, pro-Israel, I think it was pro-Palestinian, maybe jokes that he had. So see, I don't agree with everything he says, but he's a comedian. He's his own person. You don't have to. Anyway, I don't think that was too dramatic that he walked out. I'd be mad too. And looking forward to a special. Anyway, Happy New Year, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye.